The Pokemon market is absolutely crazy right now, and I do not like it. I wish we could go back 6 months when things were more normal, prices weren't going insane, there wasn't a bunch of hype, there wasn't a bunch of FOMO. All the stuff happening right now, I do not like it. And this just feels like Sword and Shield all over again. Right now we're in Scarlet and Violet. It literally feels like Sword and Shield because in the beginning of Sword and Shield, a lot of the sets really weren't liked, like Chilling Reign, Fusion Strike, no one liked them. But then sets started to get released, as we got into the second half of Sword and Shield, things started to get better, prices started to go up, there's a bunch of hype. The same exact thing is happening with Scarlet and Violet. The beginning, no one liked it. Sets came out like 151, Twilight Masquerade, they started to go up. Now we have Surging Sparks. Now there's just a bunch of hype, more hype than ever in Scarlet and Violet. It's literally the exact same thing. It's like the exact replication of behavior from Sword and Shield to Scarlet and Violet. And I just feel like it's gonna get worse. But here the hype has started with Surging Sparks. So I want to talk about why I don't like this whole market right now that we're in. But first, I just want to show you Surging Sparks, the set list, because I think this is the full set list. If I'm not wrong, correct me on that. But I think this is the full set list because before when I showed you guys Surging Sparks, the set list, it wasn't fully complete. But now there's a lot more cards that have been added. So for you guys out there that maybe haven't checked on it, here is the set list. So just gonna scroll through them. So first, the illustration areas you can look for yourself. Just gonna scroll through. Then the full arts you can see yourself. And then the supporters, the trainer cards, yes, they have these trainers in here. They'll probably be expensive or somewhat expensive. And here's the SIRs, then the SAR supporters. So honestly, it looks like it's going to be a very good set. I'm not like downplaying it. Some people are saying that this set is overhyped or whatever. I think this is a very good set, but I just think there's too much hype. I think it's too much FOMO, too much hype around the set because it hasn't even been released yet. It's just so much speculation and just so much hype that it just bad things are bound to happen. And I just don't like this market we're in right now. So speaking about Surging Sparks, which is the main reason why I want to make this video, there's just way too much hype and too much FOMO around Surging Sparks, and it's caused the prices to really just not be realistic, and really they shouldn't be this expensive. Booster boxes pre-order should be $100. That's very normal. I mean, you could get Surging Sparks booster boxes pre-ordered for $100 like a few weeks ago, but now it is literally impossible. All booster boxes anywhere are $115 to $120. It's literally impossible. You cannot get them for $100 anywhere because everyone has, jacked up the prices because there's just a lot of demand and they know they can capture extra profit because, there's a lot of demand. Because right now, Surging Sparks is selling for $120 and a lot of people are buying it. Like, it's absolutely crazy. And it just, I don't like this market because the first reason why, which is very evident, is the prices being this expensive before even being released. And I feel like this doesn't give like a fair chance to people that want to just buy this product to, whether they want to just open it. Maybe some people don't have a lot of money they were saving up and now they had to, wait until now and it's $20 more expensive per booster box. Like, this shouldn't really happen with booster boxes or just sets that haven't been, even released yet. Like, this is crazy that booster boxes are this expensive. And going on eBay, you can get them for a little bit cheaper. You can get them for around 115. But like I said, you cannot find them for $100 anymore. It is not even possible. Cases are selling for around $700. You cannot get them for $100 anymore. And another reason, I guess I want to talk about why I don't like this whole, FOMO hype thing with Surging Sparks, other than obviously the booster box prices being just crazy even before being released. With this much hype and this much FOMO, with these sets, crashes are bound to happen. There's going to be a crash. I bet, cars are going to go insane, prices are going to go insane, and when everyone gets out, because there's a lot of FOMO into the set, crashes are probably going to happen. Everyone's going to, open these, packs up. Car prices are probably going to go insane because there's going to be a lot of demand. But then there's going to be a point where people probably start dropping out of Surging Sparks because maybe they just got into Pokemon again because of Surging Sparks, whatever the case may be. And I'm pretty sure a crash is probably going to happen because there's just so much hype. Now, that's obviously just all speculation, but just this much hype around a set, even before being released, I feel like just crashes are going to happen. And I feel like this is where people can get hurt with money. Some people may be trying to invest into some cards. They're going to hold on to a card at release. It's going to skyrocket in price. They're going to keep holding and then it's going to drop. I feel like things like this are bound to happen, but who knows? Maybe this set will just continue to keep going up. It is very possible, but I really wouldn't be surprised if some sort of crash happened And it wouldn't be surprised in the future. Let's say this booster box, before getting reprinted or whatever the case may be, let's say it goes up to $200 before getting reprinted. Once a reprint, gets announced, this box will probably crash. I wouldn't be surprised if these things happen, but just this much hype around a set, I just think really isn't healthy. And I just really don't like this market. I think it's really just gonna get worse from now. Like, there's other sets in the future that are supposed to, come, like the Gym Hero set, the Eevee set, all these like sets that are just already have a lot of hype, and they're not even, there's no cards even being really, released yet, and there's already hype around those future sets. We have this much hype with Surging Sparks. Think about those sets in the future. Think about how much hype there's going to be. This is just the start of the hype. Like, I feel like Surging Sparks really just set the tone for the rest of Scarlet and Violet. Like, yeah, 151 had hype. Twilight Masquerade, yes, it's very expensive. I'm gonna get to that, but this whole market is just insane, and I honestly don't really even want to be a part of this. Like, honestly, now if I want to buy any Scarlet and Violet like booster box, I have to just get it as soon as pre-orders are available. If I know it's gonna be like this hyped up. Because now, if you waited until, this point to pre-order Surging Sparks, you're going to be having to pay like $15 to $20 more per booster box. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but for some people out there that maybe don't have a lot of money, or that are trying to buy like a larger quantity, who wants to spend extra money? It just kind of sucks. And you're not really even late. This set hasn't been released yet. So the fact that people even have to pre-order that far ahead to get just a decent price is just crazy to me. And I just don't really like this market we're in. Obviously, for those short-term, investors, people that are looking for like quick gains, this is very good for you, because most likely this set is going to perform very well in the short term. But for people that are trying to get it in long term and maybe haven't bought their positions yet, it kind of sucks. Honestly, for me, I was going to pre-order, but I didn't, because of just I was like just looking at the set to see what it really was going to be. There's a lot of hype, and I was kind of waiting. But as it is right now, like, yes, I think it's going to keep going up. I think 115, 120 still isn't a bad pickup, but it's just the fact that there's so much hype, so much foam around the set, that I just don't really want to buy into it, because there's just that much hype. Definitely, like I said, you will probably do good in the long run if you just buy now. 115, 120. This box in a few months after being released, it's probably going to be expensive. But I don't know. I just don't really want to buy into this hype, because I'm not a short-term investor. I'm looking at it in more of the long term. So these gains and stuff that people are going to see and be happy with in the short term, I don't care for, because I don't care about short-term gains. I'm not going to sell this booster box in a few months when it goes up. It's just not what I do. So I don't know. It's kind of disappointing, I guess, for me to see, pre-order prices being this expensive, because now, like, I was probably going to buy some, and I'm kind of just like, I don't want to spend an extra $100 on a case when literally a couple weeks ago I could have gotten it. Like, it's just kind of dumb. And a lot of people out there are going to say, you should have just bought in, like, whatever. Yeah, I should have, but I didn't know it was going to go up to this price on pre-order. Like, it's crazy. So I guess that's all I wanted to say about Surging Sparks, is that this is just the start of the hype and the FOMO. It's just going to get worse, and I just don't like this market, because just a lot of bad things can happen. And just, even, not just Surging Sparks, other sets are just seeing this whole, like, hype thing. 151, I don't know what exactly happened. A lot of products were on the market, like the 151 UPCs at Costco, the booster bundles on Walmart. A lot of products have been released with 151, yet it's going crazy. I don't know if it's very weird how Scarlet and Violet, all of a sudden, just a ton of products are just crazily going up in value. Like 151, it has been released for over a year now, so I'm not surprised to see some growth. But just the whole Scarlet and Violet market in general is just absolutely crazy. I mean, Sword and Shield also, like, things are going up, but Scarlet and Violet right now, there's just a lot of hype around just these good Scarlet and Violet sets, and all of them are just going like crazy in price. These Elite Trainer boxes around $90 to $100. You can see here, and also 151. Just the cards, the top chase cards are really expensive. Look how much they've gone up. This is not normal. No one can tell you that this is a normal, this is 1 month. So this is a couple of weeks right here that has gone up and almost doubled in value. This is not normal stuff. So you know what? If you have a Charizard EX card, right now really wouldn't be the worst time to sell. Like, yeah, it could keep going up. But if you bought this at maybe around $100, I mean, now wouldn't be the worst time to sell, because there's just a ton of hype around just 151. It could go higher, but as you can see here, this card was never really that expensive. So if you're looking and to sell maybe a Charizard EX card because maybe you don't really like it and you have one, Maybe it's now a good time to sell, but like I said, maybe it'll keep going up because it's everything. The whole market is crazy right now. But you could probably have doubled your money if you bought this before the hype. So crazy to see that this card has just jumped up this much. Same thing with the Blastoise, not as extreme as the Charizard, but still look how much it's gone up in price in just the past couple of weeks. Same thing. This card was never that expensive, but look at it now. Venusaur, same thing. It's at $62. Look how much it's gone up literally within the past week. And we look at the chart. It was never this expensive. All these cards are at their all-time high. And then also Twilight Masquerade. Twilight Masquerade, I feel like Surging Sparks, and this is obviously all speculation, but with this much hype around Surging Sparks, I feel like Surging Sparks could surpass Twilight Masquerade in its performance. Twilight Masquerade, I believe, is 5 months, 6 months old now. And the booster box is $160. Like, that's in itself crazy, right? But Surging Sparks, the pre-order price is $120. It only needs $40 more. I really feel like in half a year, Surging Sparks, if there's not a huge crash or anything, which honestly with this much hype, it might not even happen. This booster box could see some insane numbers. So yeah, but Twilight Masquerade, I mean, I have some myself. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, I got Twilight Masquerade booster boxes for a pretty good price, and right now they're at 160. I could sell right now and make a profit, but I'm not tempted to. So, like, this is what I'm saying, where I don't really want to buy into the Surging Sparks hype and these inflated prices, is because I'm not really in it for the short term to make these gains. Like, I could care less if Twilight Masquerade went up to $200. I'm not gonna sell because I just don't really care for the short term gains. Same thing with Surging Sparks. You could flip these, like, if you really want to. Like, it could probably work, like with Surging Sparks. If you want to buy them at 114, I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, if this booster box goes crazy after being released. I wouldn't be surprised if it outperforms Twilight Masquerade in the time frame. So it could be a flip play, maybe, if you really want to do that. I could, I'm still thinking if I really want to buy some of these Surging Sparks booster boxes. I'm only paying like $15 more per. But I don't know. I just don't really like all the hype, and I don't feel like buying into it. And I kind of just want to, sit back and see how the market goes. And obviously I could get hurt by that because maybe it'll do very well in the short term. But like I said, I don't care about short term gains. But I don't know. It's very weird because it is possible also that if I never buy into Surging Sparks, like I keep waiting, that I might just have to wait and hope there's a huge reprint or something that happens in the future. Because there's just so much hype that it just might be one of those sets that I'm just gonna miss out on. But maybe I'll buy. I don't know. I'm kind of in between. But that's all I kind of wanted to say today. Just talk about the hype. But let me know down in the comments. Comment down below if you've gone all the way down to this, or watched all the way to the end of this video. Comment down below if you think I should buy these booster boxes at $115 per booster box, because that's what I can get them for. Let me know. Do I buy them, or did I miss it? Like, should I just wait and not buy into the hype? Let me know, because I want to hear your opinions. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say today. That's all I have for you. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.